Go. We're going to bring our first team up. This is Vince and Bill Nadosky. Vince is my computer guru. Could not pull anything off without him when it comes to computer work.
All right, here we are.
I also want to give a big shout out to Doug Hannon. I don't know why, but he still helps. That's not the only thing I can say about him, but he's awesome. Huge shout out to my wife, Amber. She does everything behind the scenes that I don't do. Without her, this tournament would not be possible. She's also my lady down here taking pictures today. All right, here comes the first team. Nadosky and Nadosky. Team 14. Go ahead. We are 0. You got 5 fish? They have 5 fish.
OYO, we're Ohio River fishing today in Rising Sun, Indiana. If you guys can hear me and hear the audio, please let me know in the chat.
We've got a 5 fish total of 31.36. 31.36.
All right, so 31.36 is the current loud and clear. All right, awesome. Thank you, Joel. 31.36 is the current leader. That's Nadosky. I will be in second place after this weigh-in coming in. If there's anything wrong with the camera, people watching, please let me know. It looks good from my end, but you never know. Awesome. Thank you, Moonlight. Loud and clear. Fantastic. All right. Thank you.
You'll help them fish, and then you put these on the stage. Next up is team number 13, Bollinger and Kayak Mike. Hold on. I don't have my thumb. Go ahead. Kayak Mike is currently live streaming. They have a 3 fish total of 25.10. 25.10. Like I said about any videos or anything you see online, the live stream, Kayak Mike here has his own YouTube channel, Kayak Mike. He volunteers his time to come down here and do this for us. Great guy. Hell of a kayaker.
All right, so I'm in second place now.
Team 9, Kelly, Kersey, and Kersey.
I'm going to try and I'm writing down the scores as we go.
Got a decent bag.
And I'm going to try and give everyone a heads up on where everyone is place-wise.
Five fish total comes out to good lively fish. Good job, guys. Try to keep them alive. 55.58. 55.58.
They are our new leaders right now.
Percy is also one of my fish handlers. That's why he weighs first.
I'm going to try and keep an active top 5 going. I'm going to see if I can move back and get the scale in the picture, too. Good job, Pam.
Next up, we have Team 25, Skirvin and Skirvin. They've got 1 fish. 7.61. 7.61.
Team 5. Skirvin. What team number was that again? I'm sorry.
That was Team 25.
25. Thank you. All right, that puts them in 4th so far. Give me 1 second, everyone watching. I need to rearrange some of my stuff.
Next up, we have team number 56. Rodney Hall and David Martin. They've got 5 fish. Lively fish.
Oh.
Good and lively.
Hey, what's up, wannabe?
44.50.
So 44.
44.50.
44.50. That puts them in second currently. That drops me and Pam down to fourth, unfortunately. We did have a big one getaway today. It's all good though. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, just like my last video. Is that funny?
Next up, we have team number 48, McGuire. We are good.
Can you guys see the scale now too?
Ooh, they've got 5 fish, lively fish. Still lively.
Awesome. Thank you, wannabe.
Scales will lock
Sweet.
when they get a chance.
I think seeing the scales is actually kind of important in a live
47.87. 47.87.
That puts them in second so far.
Team number 48.
Drops my team down to fifth. Periodically, I'll try and get the top 5, and every time a team weighs, if they're going to be in the top 5 or 10, I'll try and let everyone know in the live stream. I believe this is team 155. Kuvar and Lang.
Next up is team 155, Kuvar and Langus. Their little flathead.
We
They've
unfortunately
got
didn't get
5 fish.
Oh, sweet. Thanks for the water.
First one hit the deck. Still early.
Oh, you're good.
30.37. 30.37 for team 155.
All right, that knocks us out of the top 5 and puts them in fifth. So you will no longer hear about where I am currently placed. I'll be right back. I need to figure out my wire situation.
Next up, we have team 93. Team number 93. They have 2 fish.
We got team 93 going.
12.72. 12.72.
Ugh. All right, so that doesn't put them in the top 5.
Uh-oh. You got
93.
something coming.
Here we go.
He called me earlier. They got to let the water drain on this one. This is team 149. Johnson and Johnson. This won't be the first time they brought a great bag.
Oh, wow.
They have
Oh, wow. Just wait till you guys see this.
won this tournament before.
This team's going to be
And
currently
they're
in
about
first.
to set
Whoever Facebook
themselves
user
up
is.
early. Okay. Here comes the big fish. Here it comes. There it is.
There we go. There we go.
Big fish. 43.31. 43.31.
That is currently big fish. 43.31.
Look at this fish. 0 or 0. Oh, you want to weigh your second big fish? You don't want to? Okay, you're going to weigh a second big fish.
If you hit big fish, you're allowed to weigh a second big fish because they pay out 2 big fish in this tournament.
Get your hand back. 35.13. 35.13 for team 149.
2 amazing fish.
That is their second fish. Put them in. We're good.
I've only seen 2 or 3 100
We had to
scores.
talk him into coming back this year.
On this river, so.
Third good fish.
Oh, yep.
Another nice
there
fish.
We go.
What do we got for the kicker?
This might be the best.
We got a nice little teenager.
This might
for
be
a
the
kicker.
best 5 fish total I've ever seen pulled out of the Ohio.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Setting the bar high. Setting it pretty high at 118.64. 118.64.
118.64. That's for Team Johnson & Johnson. They big fish 43.31, and they second big fish at 35.13. They are currently in first.
Pictures.
They are currently in first, and don't be surprised if you don't see anybody jump them for the.
They have done this so often, they're like, and they just walked off. Don't even care if they get pictures. Next up, we have Team 16, Reynolds and Reynolds. This young lady right here has a nice plaque in her house for being the youth champion of 2 years ago. Got 1 fish. She caught it. His dad can't hold his own weight. 15.08. 15.08.
Bring them in. However, shout out to Cloud. The last 2 years I worked this, he was also working. I don't know if he can work this
year. Ask your dad to help tomorrow.
That's funny.
Help her out tomorrow.
But he's normally back there helping with the fish and stuff down the chute. He's a good guy. For people who are watching who may not be from the Ohio
Next up, we have team number 38.
Team number 38 coming up.
Iyer and Iyer. This young man right here was our first ever youth champion. Team number 38 has 5 fish. They're not going to take the lead. The young man's going to take the lead for the youth prize. $38.88.
Oh, okay.
38.88 for team number 38.
38.88.
Speaking of youth, I want to give a big shout out to Chubby Fish Outdoors for being our youth sponsor. They're going to be paying out top 3 youth prizes.
That drops them to 5th place right there, 38.88. For people who aren't from Ohio, 50-pound bag and 5 fish for us is a very good day. So any angler you see bringing more than 50 pounds had a really good day. The 2-day.
Next up, we have team number 26.
The 2-day caching typically in this tournament is 100 pounds. If you break 100 pounds, you typically cash.
They've got a good looking bag coming. Really good bag. Nice fish. Lively blues. We're going to break 50. 53.43. 53.43.
That is another very good bag.
Yeah, give them all a round of applause. No matter if they catch 1 or 50. You guys work hard. And girls.
That puts them in 3rd. I
want to thank Ryder Realty for once again being another sponsor this year. Looking for a new home? Get a hold of Joey. Next up, we have team number 7. I'm having a brain fart on name. Hill, and Samper. Team number 7. They've got 5 fish. Number 5. Respectable bag. 45.64. 45.64.
That will not keep them in the top 5.
Big shout out to Morris Lawn Care. They're a new sponsor this year. We're glad to have them aboard.
So people joining us, we do have a ton. There was a team that put in 118.6 so far.
Morris Landscaping. He can hook you up all day long. Next up, we've got Golden. Team number 46. Washington Stags and Mews. They've got 5 fish.
Oh.
Total weight of 40.89. 40.89.
We might got the coolest boat in this tournament.
Heard Goldie's a concrete guru. You need genius concrete work done, you get a hold of Goldie.
What's up, Brian B?
And he's got the prettiest boat here. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even know what brand. Sorry, G3. I don't know what his is, but it's beautiful. It's customized. I want to thank G3 for being title sponsor this year. If you're interested in marketing a new boat, get a hold of G3 at Knott Marine. Team number 141. Got 2 fish.
That's awesome.
For 6.31. 6.31.
That was awesome. So that happened to me at East Fork one time. We were in a tournament, and I, at that point in my time, I never not bagged. So
Doug Hannon.
I threw Nightcrawler just to finish off my limit.
Next up, we have Team 31. Team 31, Fisher and Wreckers.
Team 31, Fisher
They've
and
got
Wreckers.
5 fish.
5 fish. Hey, what's up, Lucky Ronnie?
Team number 31.
31.
5 fish total. Lively fish.
Technology being too good. Yeah, it's essentially as you come in. You come in, you get in line.
27.19. 27.19.
They measure your fish. So on this stretch of river, you are allowed to have up to 2 fish over 35 inches if they're a blue, 2 flatheads over 35 inches, and 2 channel cats over 35 or over 28 inches. The minimum inch is 13, and even if you had 3 people on the boat, it's still a 2 over limit. If you had 1 person in the boat, you can only have 1 fish over 35, the blue and the flat, and then 1 channel over 20.
Next up, we got DeBow and Shepherd, team number 41. They've got 5 fish, 5 good fish. We are ready.
This year is so much better than last year already. There's no wind. Last year I couldn't really do this because of the wind. It was unfortunate. That's a good bag. That's going to get them in the top 5.
61.66.
All right.
61.66.
That puts them in second currently. But if rumor's true, there is a team coming up with Another massive fish.
Next up, we got team number 45,
Team number
Davis and
45,
Blythe.
Davis and Blythe. They are from Ohio.
Team number 45. They've got 5 fish.
Tasha, what'd you get bumped? You get bumped out of the boat this year?
46.40. 46.40.
That keeps them just out of the top 5. So the goal today, one of the strategies is you want to be in and around 50 pounds if you can, because that makes your day 2 a little easier. The top 20 in this tournament, cash.
Oh, I see a tail.
Historically, 100 pounds
I see a tail.
in 2 days will get you in the money.
Tail, it could be something. It could be something.
Wow, here comes another big one. I don't think I've ever seen more than one 50-pound fish weighed in this tournament. But we also,
oh my God,
we had perfect conditions.
Here comes one. Sorry, Derek. Team number 91. What's your name? Fancher. Dana and Stephen Fancher. Team number 91. 2 fish. 2 fish. 1 fish right there. Look at that beast.
Yeah, there we go.
Whoa. 69.25 for the big fish. 69.25.
That is also now in my 4 years of fishing in the Ohio River. That's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
Tom would be able to answer it, but I believe the record for our big fish, if it didn't just get broken, it just got tied for the 17 years we've had this tournament.
Yep, there you go.
In this pool. Didn't even go to the dam. Wow, that is a pig. That is an absolute monster. We good?
We go.
Mike, we good?
Yes, we are. I'm sorry.
We are good. Wow.
I have multiple jobs today. I put my thumbs up when the scale's down because they can't see the scale zeroing out.
It touched me. Go ahead and drop your other beast. That's not going to change much on the weight.
Oh man, they caught 2 fish and one of them was a 69.
He has a total of 71.09.
Big fish is about
71.09.
big fish is $6,900. So it would be funny. It would be funny if he won $6,900 with a 69-pound fish.
Make sure you get a picture with her.
But yeah, the 4 years I've been fishing the Ohio River, that's the biggest fish I've seen in person by 20 pounds. I've only ever seen a handful of 50s, 2 or 3 total. I've only ever caught in a handful of 40s.
We've got team number 1.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime fish here.
Darnell and Brown. The defending champion got a decent flathead. Here comes a good flathead. Doesn't beat the last fish, but a nice flathead. About 18 pounds.
And that actually put that last team in 2nd place, I believe.
Gonna have a good bag. 48.76. 48.76.
That's a good
I
bag.
recall this is about what he had last year before he showed up on day 2.
Yep.
It went tricked you.
Yep.
He was a Sunday fisherman.
Of the years I've been coming here, though, I'm gonna be honest, it's the best quality fish I've seen ever pulled in this tournament.
See another tail. Ooh. Ooh. I need to take it first, but I need tickets. All right, fellas. You want to wait here? That was a big fish. You get a 40-something pounder. You can do that. Might as well throw one on there. Here. Next up is Team 86. Terry Holding and Corey Peterson. Thank God I know who you are because I cannot read your writing. Team number 86. Here comes a good blue.
Nope.
That fish weighed 33 pounds. Here comes a good flathead. This is the biggest flathead I've seen in a while. Pretty brown fish.
That's
Nice.
It's gonna be a good bag.
That one was bigger.
This is a very good bag.
Gonna have a good weight. Gonna have a really good bag.
Ooh, is that gonna be another? Nope.
96.53.
96.53
96.53.
for Holding and Peterson.
Yeah. See the hot blonde right there? Right there for her.
That puts them in second place, I believe.
Oh, is this on?
Oh, Kyle's working again. He always helps out in this tournament. There he is.
Next up, we have Team 92.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Team 92 has 2 fish. They didn't write their name down, and I can't see that far. 2 Engel and Bowman, 2 fish. 10.57. 10.57. This is a 2-day tournament. Leaves leeway to be able to make up for it the next day.
Yep. Also, that big fish is.
Just as the Team Darnell, defending champion from last year. He was sitting in like 30th after day 1 and came back and blew everybody out of the water on day 2. Next up, we have team number 138. Team number 138. Smith and Smith. It's easy once you figure it out and you see it, isn't it? Come back tomorrow. Nope. Team 138 has 5 fish. $28.81. 28.81. Hold on that till tomorrow. Uh-oh. Next up becomes Bundy, team number 99. Bundy. 2-0.
Yep.
Bundy, team number 99. Got a good one. About time they get a good one. They were due. They did well due. Here it is.
Good fish. That might
And
be.
it touched me. I copied fish.
Nope. It's not second big fish.
That
Second
was
big fish is
37 pounds. 37 pounds.
43.31 is second big fish. Team number 99. We have Randy Bundy and Greg Bundy. We're still gonna have a really good bag.
Gonna have a good bag for team 99. Lively fish, waiting for the scales to lock. Stop.
Now, if these scores continue tomorrow, we might be looking at a historic year. It's one of the oldest tournaments in the country, one of the biggest tournaments in the country.
At the dam, dam's on fire. On fire. 80.09. 80.09 for team number 99.
I'm pretty sure that drops them to second place or third place, 80.09. So we have a 118.
Next up is team number 18. Smelts, Buffo, and Smelts. Yeah, hey, you know how you fix that, right? Okay. This team right here won it a few years back. She had, or it was the year, our last year not running it. They have 5 fish for a total weight of 43.43.
43.43 for team 18. 43.43 for team 18.
Tell me, little man, where'd you catch them fish?
In the water.
In the water. In the water.
Hey.
Next up, I have team number 83.
No, man, stay right here.
All right, so
Team number 83.
right now, 5th place, I believe, is 61 pounds. It was 0.14 off.
Cardwell and Cardwell.
It was 0 for a second. It's fine.
24.84.
24.84.
24.84.
All right, so my life gets a little easier
Yeah, give him a
now.
round of applause.
5th place right now is 61.66. 4th place is 71. 3rd place is, thank you so much, Ben. 3rd place is 80.09. 2nd place is 96.53, and 1st place is 118.6. So to get in that top 5, you got to be 61.66.
Next up is team number 20.
Oh.
Triple Hedges. Not good. Not good. Good. Team 20.
I will try and catch up with chat here in a second, guys. If anyone has any questions about the waterway we're fishing, feel free to put it in the
Team
chat.
20 has a total weight of 40.02.
I will do my best to answer it.
40.02.
I have been fishing mainly this stretch for the last 4 years. And what you guys are watching today, if you go back, this is so far from what I can see, it's one of the best weigh-ins I've ever seen here. Records might have been broken already. Big fish record might have been broken with a 69.25 pound fish.
Next up, we have team number 65.
5th place right now. 5th place right now is
They've got 1
61.66.
fish. Team number 65, 1 fish. 5.44.
There we go.
5.44. Give him a round of applause.
You never know, though. You never know. I believe it was last year. One of the 2 days was considerably better than the other as well. So you never know. 100-pound day can be you
Go tell
cashing.
him not to.
It's a cat wahoo.
Hey, guys, if you're blocking the street, we need to unblock the street. I said we might close streets tomorrow. I didn't say anything about today. If you're blocking the street, you need to leave access for them to get by. Next up is team number 78. Team number 78, 5 fish.
This is Joe Walton.
Barry
He's
and Walton.
surviving with 812 catfishing on
Barry.
YouTube.
Furry, Walton, and Northern, 5 fish.
I still
45.38.
if you go watch his YouTube channel,
45.38.
he's also another really good local fisherman. I learned a lot
Like I
of stuff that I
said,
do
if
from
your
him.
vehicle is blocking the street, please move it.
William, you got 92 pounds, dude?
104.
Next up, we have team number 104, Arnold and Lynham.
I believe Darnell weighed in the 40s.
They've got 5 fish.
Don't quote me though. I stopped writing them down if they weren't in the top 5. Top 5 right now is 61.66 to break the top 5. 4th is 69 or 71. 3rd is 80.09. 2nd is 96.53. 1st is 118.6.
Has a total weight of 34.95.
I am doing.
34.95.
I'm writing these results down by hand. I do not have a PC in front of me.
Look, it's like 100 feet above our house.
I'm in the tournament. We weighed in second. We had 25 pounds and 3 fish. My day went okay. We started off. We didn't leave fish to find fish, but we were having a bunch of mini bites that weren't hooking up. And we had
Next
one
up
really
is our defending youth champion. He won it last year, team number 129, Cochran and Turner.
we had one good takedown.
They've
that
got
actually,
5 fish. I literally watched them catch 5 fish today.
That's awesome.
I can say that because he can't fish there tomorrow.
That's where we were too. We were right in front of the ramp.
Mr. Turner. I'm not 100% positive, buddy, but I think you're in the lead. 47.94.
There we go.
47.94.
And yeah, we had
For our
one.
local team, Cochran and Turner.
We had one fish dragging, spin the rod holder out of the socket. Unfortunately, didn't button up, but hey, shoulda, coulda, woulda. There's 100 people in this tournament who lost a fish today, so you can never judge.
Any
You can never judge anything
have
by
a
this.
first aid kit? Anybody have a first aid kit? I got right here, Team Orange, right there.
Here we go. The baddest man here. What's up,
Hold on.
Brock? Hey, buddy. I'm sorry?
Yeah, they're getting I need a number.
Next up is team number 27.
Mike Brock here. He
Triple Brock,
does very well in
Big
the
Brock.
local scene.
older Brock, baby Brock.
That's a
Boys
good
gonna be
bag.
sitting in the
That's a
room for
good
the
bag.
jellyfish
Here we go.
frogs. They have 50.20. 50.20.
Got a big old barge going down the Ohio River. Luckily, we didn't really have a lot of barge traffic today, but it didn't really matter. We weren't fishing the main channel.
Next up, we have team number 128, Bailey and Powers. Dan the man. They've got 3 fish. They're pushing the limits on the minimum size limit.
We had
9.92.
25 pounds and 3 fish.
9.92.
We had a fish.
Give them a round of applause. It
that
takes a
took
lot
her,
to get them in.
on the
Congratulations
rod
on getting a
holder,
hook to stick.
folded the rod completely in half. Didn't button. So, I mean, you know, like every fisherman, that's the only thing I'm going to be thinking of. You know what I mean? You guys didn't have a bad day. Yep. How'd you do on? Did you do any good on numbers? 9. Yep. I was just speaking with
Next up, we have
Mike Brock.
team number 143.
He's a great dude. If you're ever local around here,
Darnell
get a
and
tournament
Johnson,
with
is
him,
that right?
chat with him. He's a good dude. He
Darnell
works
and
with Chubby
Johnson,
Fish
team
Outdoors at the
143 has
Captain
5
Conference.
fish.
I will try not to tell that story to people when they walk by anymore because I'm sure that will get really annoying live.
$41.65. 41.65. Casey, I watched your shark video today. Changing my vacation destination for next year to a lake.
If anybody in this chat is here, if you brought me down a burger with no cheese, that would be awesome.
Next up, we have team number 153. What's your name? Team number 153. They've got 5. You got 5 good ones.
Good fish. Go. Man down.
Zach Courtney and David Applegate, team 153. 51.19. 51.19.
That does not put them in the top 5. Again, guys who are watching top 5, you got to hit 61.66 pounds
I
right
see
now.
they have a G3 hat on.
I'm keeping track of the top 5 on paper in front of me here.
G3 all at once. G3 is our title sponsor this year. Team number 110 got 5 fish.
If anyone here is watching live, feel free to come down. I'm the guy in the rainbow colored seat and dinner table.
Your beard looks shameful compared to the brothers. I like it under. My wife made me drink mine.
This way. Come around this way.
Team number 110 has some lively fish, 5 of them.
No, he did not.
40.90.
I haven't seen Steve in a tournament.
40.90.
I mean, I'm local to Cincinnati, though. But I'm not saying he doesn't fish tournaments anymore. It's just I haven't seen him in a tournament yet. But I'm also local to Cincinnati and don't travel much. I believe he runs and fishes the tournament.
Next up, we have Team 162.
Don't quote me.
If you guys don't mind,
Mad Jacks, maybe?
can we try to start writing our names on these as well? So I don't have to. Here comes some good fish for Team 162.
There we go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish right there. That's almost.
We got Breed Love and Halcyon and Justin. It doesn't matter where they go, they're going to bring a decent bag to the scales.
There we go. Now that's going to put them in the top 5. They're going to.
You're going to have a good bag. Really nice bag.
Oh, it's in the 90s. Very nice. That's a great bag. I think
Top
that puts
5
them.
bag.
Yep, I think that puts them in
Keep
second.
the fish lively. Team number 162. Breed Love had to come out of retirement
Arthur
to show how
Holcomb
to
and
fish.
Breed.
91.71. 91.71.
91.71. Let's see here. First is 118.6. Second's 96.53. That puts them in 3rd place.
Like I said, came out of
4th
retirement.
place is 80.09. And 5th place is now 71.09, I believe.
Next we have Team 132. Smith and Smith. I like their sponsors. I bet you do. They want me to sample if I made it in.
Team 132, Smith and Smith.
Team number 132.
They will not be in the top 5. Looks like they have about 19 pounds.
19.19. 19.19.
My job's done.
Hey. Okay. Next up, we have Team 55. We got some lively fish. Team number 55. Robinson and Rickenback.
So to get in 5th place right now, you need 71.09 pounds. Big fish for people watching right now is 69.25, and second big fish is 43.31. Big fish and second big fish pay out.
Red Bull in the live.
That 69-pound fish might be a record here at this tournament, and it's for me, it's the biggest fish I've ever seen in person pulled out of the Ohio River. I've only seen 3 or 4 50 pulled out of the Ohio River in 4 years.
30.75. 30.75.
Just so people have an idea of how awesome of a fish that is that they caught.
Next up, we have team number 3, Marvahill. I'm starting to say RJ. And RJ.
Is there a fish in there?
Team number 3. After warranty service. Trolling Motor Repair, good sponsor of ours. Need a trolling motor repair, get a hold of these guys. Well, get a hold of Tim, and it'll happen quick. It'll get fixed the next day.
There we go. That's one of the sponsors. Team number 3.
Doesn't have a typical Tim.
Hill, I believe. It sounds like
48.37.
They will not make it to the top 5.
48.37.
For anybody watching, if you're in and around 50 pounds, typically 100 pounds in 2 days here at Caches. So if you're in and around 50 pounds in day 1, you have a very good shot at cashing. As long as you show up day 2. So far, this is some of the best quality fish I've ever seen waiting at this tournament. I've been coming here for 4 years now, I believe. So 100 pounds might not cut it this year. It normally does.
Next team up.
But last year, there was kind of the same thing. Last year, there was one really good day, and then the next day, there were just a bunch of duds.
What's your name?
Contender.
There you go. Team number 85. Come here, buddy. Come see me. Colton. Tell me, buddy. Where'd you guys catch these fish?
Over
Oh, over there where they were waiting? What were you using for bait?
Fish.
Using fish. Fish for bait. They have a total weight of 25.46. 25.46. Good job, Colt. Give me some time, Colton. Here, buddy. I see the bottom bowing. Somebody's gonna miss a game tomorrow. Next up, we have team 106, Petrosky and Petrosky. Hey, Tom, question. A fish you caught a few years ago. That was the record. How much did it weigh? 69 pounds. So the record was tied today. Here's a good one.
That's a good
And this man said he hasn't had his boat in the water in a month. Look at that fish. Good fish.
Team 106.
These
These guys are very competitive every time they fish.
Won it twice.
2-time winner. Petrosky's
Good
up there.
bag. Want a heavy, really nice bag.
This is going to put them in the top 5.
No. But he's going to be right there near the top. 92.88. 92.88.
That puts him in, let's see here. That puts him in 3rd. 92.88 puts them in 3rd, which makes 4th 91.71, which makes 5th. Let's see here.
Sure, we'll get a picture tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Did I cross out?
Next up is team 154. Stiff and Collins.
Uh-oh,
Mr. Stiff here bought himself a nice G3 boat from Knott Marine just this past week. Beautiful white G3. Had to break it in right before turning. It's got a fish in it. Team number 154. 32.33. 32.33. How'd that boat handle?
Oh, 5th place is 80.09 now. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm all discombobulated.
Hey, Breed Love. Send me that on Facebook. Next up, we have team number 90. Team number 90. Painter, painter, painter. Y'all paint something? It'll be really awesome if one of your professionals a professional painter. I can't stand it either. They've got 5 fish for a total weight of 47.08. 47.08.
That will not get them into the top 5. Let's see. There we go. Anyone in the chat who's watching, any questions, let me know. I'm from the area. I visit the area often. If you have any questions and you're not from the area, you're curious what goes on here. Curious about average fish size and all that kind of fun stuff.
Next up, we have Team 119. Was it Mullet, and Simpson. Team 119. We got 5 fish.
How much was the total?
Lively fish for Team 119. They got a total weight of 31.08. 31.08.
No, you stop.
You missed the bag, Amber.
That's amazing.
We are streaming this on my personal Facebook, on the Ohio Rivercast Facebook, and my YouTube.
See, now I get why you had that face. I see why Team 115 had that face when I said you have to carry them. She had the nasty. I thought she was going to fight me, but I get it. Team number 115, correct?
That is a
115, 5 fish. Here's a good one. Good fish. That fish weighs 37 pounds.
That's gonna eat the other fish.
Some years that would be second big fish.
The second big fish is currently sitting at 45. That's why I didn't look at the scales a lot.
67-ish, so they will not enter the top 5. Top 5 right now is 80.09.
We have a total weight of 66.79. 66.79. Who caught the fish? She caught the fish. See my beautiful blonde wife right there? Hold it up, take a picture for her.
That's a big fish.
And then you can look at her, look at me, and be like, what?
That's a really big fish.
Here comes Team 62. McDonald, and McCarty. Team number 62. Oh, look at this flathead. Look at this. It's a pretty fish. This man is a flathead machine. 30. That's locked. That flathead was 35. Every time that man catches a big fish, it's a brown fish.
That's an angler fish.
I think it's the same one. But we've seen him release it every time, but he goes back to that same hole and pulls it right back out a month later. What's his name? Owen.
That's a great bag.
They have a total weight of 70.93. 70.93. I believe Owen just took the lead for the youth prize. I believe he is currently in first place for the youth. Pretty flathead. Look at that. Give him another round of applause. He caught that fish. Hold on. Next up, we have team number 145. Team 145. Wagler, Yoder, and Wagler. Remember that name. So soon as I saw the first one. 5 fish. 5 good fish. Tell you what, it's going to be a tight race for somebody
Boards and
for the middle of
Blow
the
have
pack.
not weighed in yet.
Near the top of the middle of the pack. Near the top of the leaderboard. Team 145 has a total weight of 70.65.
That's a great bag.
70.65. I don't know, Vince. If I'm looking right, if I'm remembering right, it's shaping out for a battle tomorrow, isn't it? Next up is Team 88.
I said
Is that-
that is not. That makes me.
Yeah.
That's not. It's 20.
Team 88 has a total weight of 29.67. Is it? Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. That's the second I thought it was a channel. I was like, oh my god, there's the blue.
Wait, what's special about a channel?
Good job, guys.
What's special about a channel?
What was that, buddy?
What's special about a channel?
Channels are a much smaller fish. They're a lot more common.
Oh,
Like, do you ever fish in a farm pond?
no, but like, not too long ago down there on the roof, Spider-Man pool, it was this big, and
It was probably a channel catfish.
It was.
They get smaller, so when you get a big one.
I caught it on a little striped
Well,
head
did
that
you?
I found.
Next up is Team 57, Team Height.
That's great.
They've got 5 fish.
There.
Total weight of 27.02. 27.02.
If somebody brought me a burger, that'd be awesome. Oh, she's fine. A burger would be sweet.
Madison Hannon, come see me.
Oh, sweet. Steven's the best.
Madison Hannon, come see me. Next up, we have Team 50. Goodman and Goodman. They've got 1 fish.
Sounds like a good one,
It's a
though.
lively, nice fish. There it is. You catch that?
It's a good fish.
He caught it. You lie. Next time, lie. Say you caught it. The 1 fish weighs for Team 50 27.93. 27.93.
Chef, where are you fishing? What tournament next month? And is it a big tournament? Is it a local tournament? What's the details here? Where's it at? Right now, 118 pounds is winning, and the team name is Johnson & Johnson.
Next up, we
number
have Team 166.
Team 149,
Harvard.
Johnson & Johnson. And for those joining us now, we have a potential record fish
Right there.
tournament,
Team
69.25 pounds.
166. Total weight of 29.66. 29.66.
For those who are watching who might not be from around here, oh, no cheese, no cheese, no cheese.
Just say hamburger. Give me my Pepsi. Give me my Pepsi.
I hate I'm being picky getting free food. I feel like a jerk.
Amber, get him the water.
Oh, chef, what's your name? What's your name in it? I don't know you by your.
Next up is Team 47.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know you by your YouTube name.
Team 47.
The bank guys are Tony Harrison, Tyshim Loper, SF Outdoors, which is
11.38.
and
11.38.
Shane Phillips.
Do you want anything on your burger?
Lucas. Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
you want anything on your burger?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Nah, if you put like 2 or 3 patties on it, that'd be awesome.
Patty?
Yeah, 3 would be sweet.
Okay, I'll
If you can't do that too.
Next up is Team 77. DeLong.
Austin, the record is
They got 2 fish.
The biggest fish ever caught in this tournament is 17 years old, is 69 pounds. And there was a 69.25 pound fish submitted today.
23.96.
Chef Mayor,
23.96.
are you in the free one or Cat King? I believe you're in the free one, correct? And for anyone who's watching, if you're ever interested in doing an online tournament in October, Online Catfishing Tournaments is hosting a free tournament, every division possible. Bank, boat, and kayak. It's your 5 biggest fish in those divisions throughout the entire month. There's also a slot division that
Next up is Team 105.
7 best fish up to but not breaking 30 inches.
Carlos, you catch all that? Total weight of 9.28. 9.28.
I think they might have tied.
Nice, nice. Good luck in that next month, dude. Hopefully, I'm kicking Ryan Board's butt in the Cat King. I hope. The Cat King that I'm running, it's end of season tournament for the point leaders. It's $350 prize pool at the end of the
Next up is Team 112. The Follett and the Fong. You get that right? You get that right?
As much as I love those online tournaments, though, I don't think I could ever replace this tournament. Like this.
That fish almost jumped out of the tub.
This kind of stuff is too cool.
Total weight of 45.15.
That's a good bag, too.
45.15. If you're interested in a new boat, Joe's sitting from Not Marine down there just waiting to talk to somebody and put you in a brand new boat.
Yep, I'll be in once I move and have more space, I'll be in a G3. That's a guarantee.
Team number 131 next to the scales. Fonzie's got himself a decent bag.
Main reason I'm fishing out a kayak right now is I'm not going to pay off-site storage for a boat.
But I can never get out of here before 10 o'clock. Team 131. Total weight of 61.06. 61.06.
Sweet.
Oh, you got to keep your index parking out. Just a reminder to anglers, you need to be down here tomorrow at 6 a.m. Your tokens need to be in the bucket by 6. Next up, we have Team 54. Fortune Trevor, and Raper. Got it right.
No, that was
I made him write his name.
they all.
I made him write his name.
Yeah.
Team 54 has a total weight of 51.56.
Another good bag.
51.56.
I guarantee you all these guys coming back with 50-pound bags were thinking to themselves that they were sitting pretty. And now all of a sudden, 50 pounds might not have you in the top 40 or 50 of the field. Whereas in year past, well, you guys, I'll pay for it.
Next up is Team 44.
3 patties right
Hey,
there.
Maddie, you cannot put a price on a really good live stream. If it costs me $10 hamburger, it costs me $10 hamburger.
What is 3 patties?
Yes. No. We're not
good.
We're good.
We're good. Team number 44 got some lively ones.
If you guys are here in person, we'll get some food.
You better love that.
It's delicious.
Lively fish for Team 44. Owens and Schlusher. And right. Put right on there. Put right on there. So I don't say it. They have a total weight of 60.91. 60.91.
Chat, we had 3 fish, and we had about 25 pounds today. For people who've been here for a while, you're going to get sick of the story. We also had one. We did have one good hit. The fish folded the rod and unspun the rod from the rod holder.
Next up, we have team 23.
But like I said earlier, shoulda, coulda, woulda. There's going to be 100 people who lose 100 fish today.
Here comes a nice flathead. Really pretty brown fish.
All it is a fish.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. That's beautiful. That's one of the bigger flatheads caught. Yep. About 27 pounds. Big flathead right now is about 36, I think.
They had 5 fish. $55.53. 55.53.
Chef, if you share that with me in a private chat on Facebook, I wouldn't be upset. Showcase some of the sponsors. Dirty South Dragon Weights is one of the sponsors. We actually use those today. They held the bottom pretty well. We were over in
Next
about.
up, we have team 34.
Where we initially dragged was about 0.8, 0.9. We used in the 3-ouncer. It wasn't bad at all. Caught one of our fish.
And the other one's out in the boat.
Then you have Not Marine. They have a bunch of their G3s here. Not Marine is also a Jackson kayak dealer. So if anyone here is interested in kayak fishing, they sell the best brand kayak out there, Jackson.
Big brother, doing a great job.
Anyone with any questions about a Jackson kayak, just ask me. I know everything about them all.
Team 34. Team number 34.
That's another really good bag. That's a great bag.
Good
Doing
luck,
the
big
fish. Doing the fish back there is Cal Clary. He's a good dude.
$63.81.
It's worth every penny.
63.81.
And my strong suggestion is don't get a starter kayak. Too many of us make that mistake, and we end up flipping them, destroying them, and all that fun stuff. Oh, here comes Ryan Bumboards, my best friend, my other best friend, Mark Bennett.
Next up, we have Team 60. Ryan, Mark, and Sandra. Team 60 have 4 fish.
The only team to put their first names on the paper.
4 fish for Team 60. We're going to have a total weight of.
That's a good bag for 4 fish. I say that's a good bag for 4 fish.
39.77. 39.77.
That unfortunately will not be enough for top 5 right now. But I'm glad to see them doing well. They were one good fish away from being in the top 10.
Next up is Team 42, Team Dirty South Dragon Weights.
Yeah, awesome. There's a lot.
Waterline rod racks.
I would be willing to bet. I'd be willing to bet top 10 right now. Top 10 right now is in the.
Giving away beautiful handcrafted
at
flags.
least the 60.
So the top 10
It might be the
year.
high 60, but it's at
Thank you
least
for
the
that.
60s top
Team
10,
number 42,
which is unheard of.
5 fish.
That's unheard of for this tournament.
32.99. 32.99.
Oh, that's Tyra. She's one of the sponsors of the tournament with Dirty South Dragon Weights. Then we have Chubby Fish Outdoors. He's one of the sponsors. I'm on his pro staff. He's a great guy. And he sells great tackle. But
Next up is Team 151.
more importantly, he really is a
Team
great
Lutz.
guy.
Team Lutz. They got 5 fish. $31.68. 31.68. Give these boys a round of applause. They're all out here for 8 hours today.
Oh, a bad bag for 4 fish. Lost one too. Mhm. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm sorry, guys.
Team number 139.
You go to 10 pounds out of the cash.
Winkle and Webster.
I have a story.
You got
I
5 fish?
can't tell my story one more time because if anyone's listening, I've already said it like
Oh, I'm
because like people, people keep asking
Team
me. and I'm-
139 has 5 fish.
Huh? It's hot, right? If one of you, if one of you guys want to go get me a burger, I won't say no. If one of you guys want to go get me a burger, I won't say no.
All right. Where'd you park Hannah's truck?
I didn't.
Who did?
She did. No, I didn't.
51.77.
It is.
51.77.
It's the furthest parking spot closest to the river. Yeah, David Obrecht, he is the owner of Chubby Fish Outdoors now. He is quite possibly the one of the nicest men in catfishing. He lent my friends their boat today.
Next up is Team 17.
This is my mentor, Mark Level. He's also another great guy in the
Howard,
catfishing community.
and Bluebell.
That's a good fish. There we go.
Do I need to get the picture out?
That's a good bag. There you go, Mark. They're going to be in the running. Mark always does a good show in here.
Team 17, 5 fish.
Mark will definitely be in the running tomorrow for this. If he does a few things fall in his favor, and if he has another good day, he could definitely cash.
Team Channel Cat has a total weight of had channels earlier, replaced them with blues. There's a channel in there. Lively fish.
Oh. Had to unbutton my button there for a second. The belly sticking out.
And he runs oxygen.
Oh, I know why they have
They've got a total weight of 57.24. 57.24.
These bags today are amazing. These anglers today have done such a good job.
Reminder for the spectators, tomorrow weigh-in will be at will be at 3 o'clock, pending a fog delay. All anglers need to be signed in tomorrow. Well, need to have their token in the bucket like we discussed at the meetings by 6. We will have another meeting at about 6:15. I would like everyone to be at. Next up is Team 121. They have 5 fish. Team Mayhem, 5 fish. 40.05. 40.05. Reminder that the scouts are up there selling hamburgers and hot dogs if you're hungry. Need a cold drink?
We are.
And I can
Good to see
vouch.
the scouts.
I can vouch those burgers are really good.
Next up is team number 2.
I had a triple burger.
Shuffle. Shuffle.
You want
I'm not
to
saying no.
tart?
Team number 2. Team number 2. That's what you are. Team 2.
You might want, yeah. It's sticking. Oh, that's not true.
Finally happened. Finally had a scale issue. Now we're good.
There we go. We're good
Team
to
number
go.
2.
Huh?
Team number 2.
Well, wait, what was your score?
Got 5 fish. It's got a total weight of 50.93.
Did he throw you on
50.93.
Really? There's been so many good weights. I guess I'm just so like in awe that I know what the top 5 are. For those wondering, I am talking to Mark Level now. No, you're right. I think you're right, actually.
Next up, I had Team 120. Team 120. Moore and Rocky. They have a total weight of 36.91. 36.91.
I'm in such awe with how good the weights are so far that I think. Oh, did it really? There's a lot of big fish.
Dude, all day long. Up.
We had a stretch of like 35 to 50 hits, with nothing taken, and it was just like
We're getting out of here.
Sounds good. I'll see you tomorrow, brother. If you want to watch the rest of the
Next up, we have team number 10.
watch the rest of the way, and
Kelly and Kelly.
It's live right now.
Kelly and Hunt.
Sorry.
Kelly and Hunt. They've got 5 fish. Oh, here comes a good one.
Yeah.
We've got a couple good ones. Here comes the first good one.
Yep.
For Team 10. It's not going to be big fish, but it's a pretty one.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
That's a good fish.
That fish weighs right at right at 40 pounds.
So far, the consensus. I don't know if you guys are hearing all the people walking by. Even a lot of the teams that are doing really well. A bunch of people are saying the bite itself wasn't great, but there's a lot of high quality fish. I've heard that from across the board. Normally,
Team 10 going to have a good weight. Really good weight.
There we go. We got another team in the top 5.
91.04.
That puts
91.04.
That puts them in 5th or 4th. That's either 5th or 4th right there. I did not do the decimals when I wrote the 91 last. So. But I know for a fact that puts them in 5th or 4th. But yeah, the general consensus, and from multiple teams who have walked by me so far, if you guys have heard the conversation, and this is across the board, from low weights to high weights, that the bite wasn't necessarily great today. It wasn't a hot bite, but the bites that were happening were solid hits. I know in our situation,
Team 11.
we had 3 hookup and
Big Willie style.
there we go. This guy's
Team
awesome.
Smith. With 2? With 2.
The other one's
They've
jumping out.
got 2 fish. 12.33. Yes.
There hasn't been a lot of people who walk by saying they caught like 15, 20 fish. A lot of people have been saying that it wasn't a hot bite. We experienced the same thing. Our takedowns were good takedowns, but we had a lot of Just nibble. And we had a couple suspended routes out occasionally, and like Mark Lovell, if you guys heard him say, you would see it. You would literally see them come up on the graph, take a look, and just go away.
Next up is Team 75, Younson Allen. Team 75 has 3 fish.
Now, I'm sure there are some people who caught, 20 plus.
13.77. 13.77.
But when you're in this position, you're trying to talk to as many people as you can. You try and take like the average of what everyone's experience was. And some people would be suspended. Today, you could have suspended drifted easily. Today, there were spots you could drag, and there were spots you couldn't drag. We tried dragging one spot. It was not draggable. Our baits, we could not figure out how to get our baits to stay on the ground.
Big fish.
It wasn't draggable for us.
Is it gonna be a
You could have suspended drifted anywhere today. The current topped out in some spots about 1.3 to 1.5. So you could
Next
easily
up is Team 43,
you could suspend your
Landon Elder. They've got 5 fish.
If you found a good seam, you probably could have thumped, not bumped, thumped. And I'm strictly talking about this pool. I am not talking about sitting below a dam.
62.29.
I guarantee you,
62.29.
if you made it all the way to a dam today, you would have had enough flow to bump if you wanted to. I haven't talked to enough anglers to see what everyone was doing. But from what I saw, we were in this stretch. We were within 20 miles of this launch. From what I saw, it was a lot of dragging. It was a lot of dragging from what I saw.
Yeah.
Next up is Team 126. They've got 4 fish.
For anyone curious, the top 5 weights right now are 118,
Fancher and Fancher.
96, 92, 91, and
4
91.
fish.
Big fish is 69.25, and that might be a tournament record.
32.08. 32.08.
And don't quote me, but I believe Big Fish is also $69,000 or $6,900. So it would be kind of funny to win $6,900 with a 69-pound fish. I believe. Hannon, Big Fish is $6,900. Big Fish is $6,900. $6,300. Okay, I lied. It's $6,300.
I got the top 15 big fish.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
We'll be out on the board.
Next up, we have Team 35.
And for anyone curious, they are competing
Team
today.
35, Talon Smith and Webb.
First place wins 10 grand. Second place wins
They've got 5
$3,800.
fish.
Third place
Lively
2,700.
fish.
Fourth place 1,800. Fifth place 1,600. Big Fish is 6,300.
38.76. 38.76.
There has been a lot of very, very good scores submitted today. It's going to be a battle tomorrow. If the weights, I don't want to say bite, because like I said a second ago, there were a lot of people who are saying the bite was rough, but the fish quality was good. If the quality stays the same, we could be in for a historic day. Because when I filmed this event 2 years ago, or last year, I can't remember, they set a record for most poundage weighed. And this is blowing that away so far. Unless there's a bunch of skunked anglers, this is awesome.
Next up is Team 161, Han and Tudoro.
Tudoros are really
I know you
good.
never get to go first. Team 161.
Tudoros are really good.
Every time you guys win, it's all, hey, Casey Tudoro won.
Yep. Tudoro's one of those guys who travels the country and does well everywhere in the country, not just here.
I just know when I see you next month, I hope you're
Our area has a ton of fantastic anglers that travel the country and do well everywhere.
Total weight of 46.14. 46.14. I'm going to shake your hand.
There are a lot of reasons for that too.
Win tomorrow.
Like we don't get to choose our style of fishing. So like we have to do what the Ohio River gives us. So by default, we are ready to fish in almost any style you need anywhere in the country. Whereas you go down south, they don't have a lot of flow in a lot of their places. You can get away with suspend drifting or just anchoring in, you know, creek mouths, etc. all the
Next
time.
up, we have Team 98. Team 98.
Whereas up here, if you want to be successful, you have to learn how to do everything.
One fish. 12.1.
And when you have a skill set that translates to everywhere for any condition, by default, even if you don't know the water system as well, by default, if you have a more skill set, and my opinion, that's why we have so many good anglers in this area, is they're forced to fish this river because they're local to it. So when they travel the country, it's not that it's easy. It's just there's nothing the rivers across the country except for the Mississippi that they can throw at them that they don't know how to do. Not now.
Next up is Team 4. Wilson and Butler. They've got 4. This team right here won it years ago. They're going to win it again eventually.
What is in my pocket?
Team 4 has a total weight of, and you guys don't answer Facebook because I sent one of you a message not long ago. 33.06. 33.06.
I believe that. Above Melba won't have anything right now. The pool directly above all the dams right now would probably be like a lake. If I had to guess, directly above every dam is probably like a lake right now.
Oh, you were. You were right about the creek.
Next up, we have Team 146.
I think it's holding like the gooing.
Team 146. All right. And one fish.
I have multiple duties.
6.96.
So 2 years ago when
6.96.
2 years ago when I first did this, the first day weigh-in with this new scale took a little while because we didn't really figure out how to do the weigh-in efficiently. So what we do now is, you see the scale zeroed. I'm in front of the numbers.
Next up, we have Team 66.
So I hold my thumb up, and when they grab the fish, they know they are going to put the fish inside of the...
They have 5 fish. $43.64. 43.64. Next up, we have Team 100. Jeffers and Jeffers.
For anyone curious, top 5 right now is 118, 96, 92, 91, 91. Big Blue and Big Fish is 59.25. Big Flat Stop.
Fish for a total of 30.37.
Second Big
30.37.
Second Big Fish, which is also a blue, is 43.31.
Oh, I know something.
The team of Johnson & Johnson with 118 pounds has 2 of the, I would say, 5 biggest fish weight, if I had to guess.
Wait, my dad adjusted.
They had the 43.31 and a 35 pounder. The tournament format here today, guys, is you're allowed 2 over. Oh, they look like they're struggling with this. You're allowed 2 over 35 inches for blues, 2 over 35 inches for flatheads, and 2 over 28 inches for channels.
Next up, we have Team 39. Wilson, Krause, and Jones. He is a proud sponsor of this year's event. after warranty service, trolling motor repair. And he's one of the best mechanics in Cincinnati. Well, he might not be, but the guy next to him is. Hey Grant, will you fix this? Sure. Then he doesn't never leaves the shop. He gets under it.
Oh, lock at 7.99.
And then we sub lock. Oh, it unlocked. 54.67.
That makes sense.
54.67.
What those boys are doing right there, putting the fish in, that is a lot of work.
Big thank you to Kayak Mike down here for live streaming this event this year. You can check out him and his awesome kayak videos on his YouTube channel, Kayak Mike. Pretty simple.
Yeah. Thank you for that shout out, Steven.
Next up is Team 127. Team 127. They've got 4 fish.
It's really nice to be back here doing this year. Last year, Mother Nature just said no way. Jeez.
Lively fish. Lively. How we want it. 45.42. 45.42.
There we go. Oh, wait.
Next up is Team 21. Henderson and Owens. Team 21. They got 1 fish.
These guys.
Every ounce matters in the 2-day
I
tournament.
believe these are the gentlemen who run
7.01.
Henderson and Owens.
7.01.
I believe they were on the Hoover tournament. That's another fantastically ran tournament. That's also, it's arguably, not arguably, it is the best blue cat waters in the state of Ohio. Bar none. I can't think of a single body of water that is better than.
Next up is Team 84.
That is better than Hoover as far as a lake's concerned, or a reservoir.
Rutledge, Williams, and Lott. Team 84. 3 fish. $24.98. 24.98.
Oh wow, there's 50 people in here. I did not know that. The tripod I'm
Next up
using.
is Team 123.
The tripod I'm using is hiding all like the likes and the people watching and stuff. That's pretty cool.
They have 5 fish.
I need to stand up. Oh.
And then each look, it's 2 different colors. Yeah, the suckers.
Oh.
33.58. 33.58. Next up is Team 69. Outcast Fishing.
Oh, man.
Sorry. I had to stand up there for a second.
Oh.
It was about to happen. It was bound to happen.
So we're just gonna walk up.
15.93. 15.93.
Yeah, and then we both got 3 of these.
Brian Bortz, if you're there, I could totally go for another burger. If anyone in the chat is someone who fished today, let me know. Post in the chat your
Next up is
experience.
Team 125, Dooley and Dooley.
Don't have to give us any details, but did you have a hot bite, slow bite, big fish, little fish? General location, like a pool. Did you stay in the Markland pool?
Team 125.
Most impressive thing so far today is that 69-pounder came out of this pool. Supposedly, it wasn't even that damp.
55.03. 55.03.
69.25. And they will check it later, but that is what they believe is the biggest catfish ever caught in this tournament, 17-year history.
Next up is Team 6, Divide Brothers. Team 6. Divide Brothers have a total weight of 42.22. 42.22.
What's up, guys?
Next up is Team 87. Got 2 fish for Metz, Barnes, and Wilburn.
So what's currently happening?
21.94. 21.94.
What's currently happening now from the bigger tournaments that I've witnessed so far is you typically get a lot of really big schools in the beginning. Because most of the time, those guys have their bags and they come back early because they want to get those big fish weighed and healthy and back out there as fast as humanly possible. And there is a line that you have to go through, so you tend to fade off on the bigger scores towards the middle and the end. They still happen, it just doesn't happen as often. So what you guys are seeing now is more
girl that I've watched grow
more
up
prototypical of what the weight you would normally see. But if you have fish, you gotta wait here because everyone can show up tomorrow and just lay.
2 years ago, it was just a matter of time before she ended up in the boat.
The winner last year had an average day. First day came back
Team
second,
109.
murdered it,
Sophia.
and won the tournament.
See, you got a big fish in there. Who caught that fish?
Me,
Who caught that other big fish?
me.
Caught the other. Look at this Sophia's fish.
There we go. It's a good fish.
Where'd you catch him at?
In the river,
What bait you use?
midnight.
At least it's a common bait.
Busted.
You want to tell? This
This might be top five. It's definitely top 10.
8907.
There we go.
89.07 for Miss Sophia, Team 109.
That's guaranteed.
We don't know. Well, you put the matter on me. Total weight. Oh, okay. Yep. We'll get your picture taken. Doing all right.
That's an awesome bag. 89.07 is an awesome bag. Ironically, how I was explaining why you guys haven't seen that big score in a while, right after I say that, big old score comes through. But that's just been my experience. I've gone to a couple other big tournaments, and it just seems to be, you know, the guys who have the big bags early come in because you don't want your fish to die. The majority of these guys.
Next up, we have Team 117.
We're very big into
Wooley,
CPR.
Wooley.
We want to get these fish back and healthy.
Another girl I watched grow up on this stage.
We want to get these fish back and healthy so we can catch them again in the future. So. Also, you're disqualified if you bring back that fish.
17.82. 17.82.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Next up, we have Team 61. Clary McClure. Kale is one of my fish handlers, so he walked away from the scales. So there's no discretion on his weight. Yeah, I knew you didn't have nothing to worry about. He has a total weight, and Ross has a total weight of 50.06. 50.06. Next up, we have Team 136. Team 136. Oh, we're good. We're good. $29.74 for Griffith and Fay.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Why? Dude, you had like a ripple.
Next up is Team 53, Hoffman and Carroll.
Hey, Don Hoffman, this guy's awesome.
Team 53.
He's a good dude. And he's a great fisherman, too.
Two fish. 15.05. 15.05.
I know Don will not be happy with that, though. Donnie Hoffman's. Go to the Ohio Valley Rivercast page and look up one of the CR pictures that were posted this morning. He has his name across. It's so cool. He has one of the
Next up is Team 29, Terry and
coolest
Webster.
looking CRs out there.
What channels this year?
Larry Gabbard.
Terry and Gabbard. Gabbard. Terry and Gabbard.
I used to.
Got 5 fish. Team 29, total weight, Mr. Terry and Mr. Gabbard will be $49.38. 49.48.
That's a good score. For anyone watching, historically, an average of 50 pounds a day will get you in the cash. Cash is about 20.
Next up is team number 22, Vanner and Pelzel.
So a lot of these guys, you're shooting for about
Team number 22.
for about 50 pounds a day. So if you're in and around 50 pounds after day one,
We've got 5 fish.
you're not guaranteed the cash, but you're in a good position. Because there's no guarantee that people in front of you are going to have another good day. But there's also no guarantee that people behind you are going to have another bad day. Well, not bad day, worse day.
$40.88. 40.88.
I don't want to harp on this topic too much, but you know, if you come back with a 5-pound or a 5-fish bag of 50 pounds out of the Ohio River, you flat out had a good day. Like that's just a
Next
fact.
up is team 24, Bechtold and Moore. They had 5 fish. If I recall, Mr. Bechtold, you're a defending champion from years back, aren't you?
And he has a sweet mustache.
43.42. 43.42.
It is a good time too. One thing I love about this format is you're not driving through a parking lot to, have your fish weigh, etc. It's a really formal atmosphere. It's really neat. It's really, really neat place to be.
Next up is team 33, Loudermilk, Jones, and Loudermilk. And Milky bringing his fish to the scales that his daughter caught.
Big shout out to Hannon too for letting me record it. Funny story when we have a little more downtime about how I actually started recording this event.
Right there, we finishing the
So while they swoosh around in there, my first year I wanted to record this, I sent him a message and I called him.
Team 33, lively
There we
fish.
go.
48.93. 48.93.
I'm giving him my spiel about how I want to record it, etc. And it was really funny. At the very, towards the very end of the conversation, he goes, "What's your price?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Reminder to anglers, have your token in the bucket by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll have a meeting around 6:15, 6:20ish.
I'm sorry.
Next up is team 164.
And I was like, "No, I just want to do it for free." And he's like, "For free? What?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, I just want to come record it and get like highlights and stuff." And that's how our relationship started.
Team 164. Try to turn my back to it, thinking maybe it'll lock it in.
I'm trying to see how much the line is. Also, if I'm looking at it,
41.18. 41.18.
if I'm seeing the line correctly, we might be almost done. Which means we had great scores, but I don't think I've seen this many skunks on a day one before. If the line is ending where I think it ends. So that would also hold true. Earlier in the live stream, we said, as a lot of anglers pass me,
Next up, Team 8.
the majority of them have said the overall bite was tough, but the bite that he kicked at was quality fish. And that's people across the board, low score, middle score, high score.
Handsome and Stamper. 39.75. 39.75. Hey, Aiden, tell your dad to help tomorrow.
But with all those anglers saying that, if the line ends here in I think about 10 teams maybe, there's a lot of skunks up there.
Next up, Team 58, Cooper. Team 58.
Oh my God.
Team 58, the Coopers. 73.28.
That's a good score.
73.28.
That's a good score. That puts them in contention. For people who are here now, first place is 118, second is 96, third is 92, fourth and fifth have 91 pounds. I think it's 91.06 and 04. The big fish right now is a 69.25 blue cat, which is also probably the biggest fish ever caught in this tournament in its 17-year history. Second big fish right now is 43.31, and the biggest flathead that I've seen has been either 36 or 37 pounds. I didn't get it wasn't anywhere near the big fish at the time, so they didn't stop the scale for it. But it was flashing around 36 or 37.
Next up is Team 124. Honor and Yost.
Don't walk in front of him. This way.
You guys are fine. You're fine.
Nice.
That's a good
nice
fish. That's a good fish right there. So if you were here in the beginning of the live, I was
47.21.
I was all ecstatic,
47.21 for Team 124.
thinking that the scores were about to be phenomenal all day long. They're about par. They are about par now. Damn, Ohio River plays with your emotions.
Next up, we have Team 73. Beaver and Lane, representing O-Town. Big Owensboro.
Yeah.
Hey, we talked about those 15 teams.
43.89. 43.89.
You and about 40 other teams are lacking the kicker.
Yeah.
The kicker.
Yes.
Who forgot the kicker?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. What Steven's referring to there
One
is
team really got the kicker.
two kickers. What Hannah's referring to there, people who are watching, a kicker fish is your one big fish. So every single body of water has, their average size fish. And the Ohio
Next
River,
up, we have Team 156. Like I said, if you guys don't mind tomorrow, can you write your names on it? I'm not the same team. 156.
so in the Ohio River, the average size fish is between 4 to 8 pounds, give or take. So you're going to assume most teams are going to come back between 30 and 40 pounds. What he means by that kicker fish is you're looking for that
22.47.
You're looking for that 30, 40, 50 pound fish to
22.47.
get you out of the average and above average. So right now, I guarantee you the top 20 are
I haven't needed
60 plus pounds. That would be my guess. And if you take our average size fish times 4, 6 to 8 pounds times 4, 24 to 30 pounds, You throw a 30-pounder in there that's 60 pounds. There's your kicker. Now you're cashing.
Next up, we have Team 80. Shields, and Stockton. They have 3 fish. 3 fish.
Come on, we're leaving.
You out of here?
In the morning?
28.63.
Yeah, what time? What time?
28.63.
Good question. I don't remember.
So, I'm going to get here by 5.
All right, I'll be here before 5 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here before 5.
I'll launch at 5. Yeah, just, I got the card. It's in the glove box of the boat.
And you have the chip?
The chip is in the envelope in your truck, in your Jeep, along with my cash. Hang on to that.
Oh, okay. Yep, that works.
All right.
Next up, we have Team 168. 168.
I was just speaking with Pam Hollinger.
Weights and
She's
distance.
my teammate for this tournament.
Thank you, John. $24.93.
I gotta make sure.
24.93.
All right, I got my keys. Very good.
Reminder, weigh-in tomorrow will be at 3 o'clock, barring a fog delay.
What Hannah means.
Rain or shine.
What he means there about fog delay.
Next up, we have Team 95. Team
Out.
95.
Out here, you will occasionally have
Burden, Engel, and Burden.
really bad fog in the morning, so it would be too unsafe to release 175 boats. Well, tomorrow will probably be more like 100 boats.
9.78. 9.78.
A lot of times in these tournaments, after day one, even though you have that shot at big fish, but the majority of anglers who don't weigh in day one don't come back for day two to chase that big fish or skunk award.
Once again, I want to thank our title sponsor this year, G3 Boats. If you're interested in a new boat, give G3 a look at. And I want to thank my other big sponsor, Not Marine. You want a G3 boat, call Not Marine.
I gotta have that. Take a fish. All right.
Next up, we have Team 116. Coker, Rain.
That's a good blue. That's a good blue going in there.
Starts with a D. Donovan. There you go. Team 116. 24.99. 24.99.
All right, I'm not going crazy. I thought maybe my screen was foggy. Yep, I believe we are within the last 3 or 4 teams. So I guessed right. Yeah. So I have to kind of take some things back. I said in the beginning, I thought it was going to be a pretty historic day.
Next up, we have Team 135.
There's a lot of very good weights. There's a lot of standard weights, but there are a lot.
Hodge Bavard.
There are
Team 135.
a lot of skunk scores out there.
Mr. Baseball catching superstar.
So that goes to
We had a mother that didn't know anything about baseball until you came along.
that makes me believe there might be some truth in
46.26.
fight wasn't fun.
46.26.
I can just tell you our personal experience today was a million baby hits in the beginning, one solid takedown, another decent takedown. Ironically, we actually didn't know the fish was still on for another like half hour. He never broke the planer board, and he just kind of swam with it.
Next up is Team 158. Team 158.
Then we caught one more blue anchor.
Southern Currents. Southern Currents.
And we had one good takedown.
5 fish.
That didn't button up, so. But that's been kind of the story with a lot of other people as well. And
30.91.
It makes sense.
30.91.
But there are so many scores in the 40s to upper 50s. It's going to be a fight tomorrow. Yeah.
Next up, I have Team 160. Yoder, and Trevor.
I want you even though you don't know. I'm
Yeah.
Calvin Howard.
Oh, that's you, Calvin. Nice to meet you, Calvin. I'm sitting here with Calvin Howard. I see you in the chat and stuff all the time.
Yep.
I have not caught anything recently online. I think I have like 8 straight. Yeah.
Ever since you left that bay up there.
Yeah.
19.83. 19.83.
I think I've gone like 8 straight live hours without a fish. I might not even. Now videos are different, like going my fun fishing, but like trying to go live, I think I've gone like 8 straight. I've caught more fish on this live so far than I have my last couple. Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you, and thank you for watching, Calvin.
Next up is Team 15.
Calvin Howard's a good dude. I'm not one of the live guys. I go live occasionally just when I want to have a little fun. I get, I don't know, in between 5 to 15 people who watch, usually in that 5 to 10 range. And he's typically one of the guys who are always in there. But I don't typically plan too much. I'm more of like
31.54.
I'm more of like an
31.54.
So like the 3 features that come with the LPD package that I don't want to begin with.
7.0. And then tomorrow while I'm doing this lab, I'm going to try and write down all these scores right now before I leave.
Next up is Team 37.
That way I can give I can give rough estimates on final scores as we go through it.
15.92. 15.92 for today.
What I can do too is before I get off the live, I can walk up to the leaderboard and just go through every single score and take the phone across the entire leaderboard. That's actually what I'll do. I will do that. Because I know some people ask me to see what score.
Next up is Team 102.
Then I could just tell them, hey, just go to my live and go to the end, and then count how many scores are in front of you.
17.65. 17.65.
That's funny. His name is Justin Johnson. For people who don't know, Justin Johnson is one of the biggest names in catfishing. He is kayak catfish. This is Bill Duncan coming up here. He is a supplier of skipjack to a lot of us. I know I made 2 rather large purchases.
Next up is Team 51. Harrison, Duncan, and Bell. Team 51. 12.45. 12.45. Coming in tomorrow with 163.4 pounds. Next up, Team 40. Woodall, Walker, and Kirby.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. For people watching, I'm in charge of letting them know when they're good.
Team 40 got 5 fish.
This weigh-in went really fast. We're looking at just over 2 hours right now.
42.49. 42.49. Team 40.
As we stand, top 5 are still 118, 96, 92, 91, and 91. Big fish is 69.25 blue. That is the biggest fish in the tournament history. We believe the tournament has a 17-year tenure. Second big fish right now is 43.31 blue. And the big flathead, I believe, is 36 or 37 pounds. They didn't weigh it because it came in after the big blues came in, so there was no point. There was no point in holding it down.
Next up is Team 82.
I saw it about 30.
Freeman. They got 3 of them.
Also, there have not been a lot of flatheads in this weigh-in, so I run it the moment I say that a little flathead gets put in. So that tells me there's probably
12.53.
There probably
12.53.
There probably was not a lot of anchor fishing today, if I had to guess. We anchored in one spot where we know we always catch fish, and we got one. So, but other than that, we were essentially dragging the whole time.
Next up is Team 94. Biddle and Little. What? Biddle and Little. $33.92. Reminder, weigh-in will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock weigh-in tomorrow.
Is that all? Nope, that's not all she knows.
Is anybody left to weigh? If you don't have your fish and aren't weighed yet, you might want to do that within the next minute.
Anyone who's watching at the end.
Next up is Team 150.
When the last team weighs,
Team 150.
When the last team weighs, I'm going to walk up and do a close-up.
Redmond and Cox. Actually, there should be 2 Coxes. 2 Coxes on your team? 1 Cox.
No.
That's team 134. I saw that too. I was like, it made me laugh.
Oh, did you see it screw up?
Team 134.
38.07. 38.07.
Yeah.
Doug.
I think we are done.
Doug Hannon. Quit talking to Chris and answer me.
Go!
Dalton. Hello?
I think that is the end of weigh-ins. So what we're gonna do
That
now?
concludes weigh-in for today.
All right, we're gonna go.
Thank you.
We're gonna go get a close-up look at all
Thank
these
you for
scores.
coming.
Oh,
You have to have your token in the bucket by 6. Thank you all for coming.
all right.
Good luck to all the anglers tomorrow. We'll have a little meeting about 6:15, 6:20-ish.
Excuse me. You're good. What's up, Cloud? All right. These are all the scores for all the anglers. The number is not their position. The number is their team number. That's how they know how they registered.
Let's see how my first. Wait, what yours get? Oh, it's not more than mine. The
How much
one
did
right
he
now
tell you that he did for a living?
You didn't tell me anything about that.
I'll go ahead and move here in 94,
We're getting there. We are getting there.
30 on, 30 off. 30 on, 40.
All right, we have a few more. We're wrapping this up. Once you see about 2 more of these, then we will be done. Best of luck to all the competitors tomorrow. Thank you to everyone who watched. And we had 172. And these are the top 15 payouts and big fish at the bottom. All right, I'll see everyone tomorrow, 3 o'clock.